Internet of Things makes our cars driverless, our homes connected, our cities smart, and factories run seamlessly. Artificial intelligence combined with IoT data is where the business value is created. Imagine yourself in the driverless world. I will teach you to pivot your career and innovate in your business using IoT, AI, and autonomous vehicles. Let's begin your journey with me today. Hello everybody, I'm Sudha Jamte. Happy IoT Day. Damir covers 10 IoT use cases from Czech Republic in industrial IoT, agriculture, indoor location tracking, smart mobility, smart city, and so much more.
Hello everyone, my name is Damir and I'm here from Czech Republic. I've been I know Sudha for a long time, and she asked me if I could do another interview like I did a couple of years ago, and to tell you what is the current situation here in Czech Republic and across Europe. So I've been in IoT world for the last 5 to 6 years, and during that time I worked on different kind of a projects. First of all, I was running a startup accelerator which had a focus primarily on IoT and cybersecurity. After which I left and worked with IoT solutions, in one of the companies called M2H from Prague, where we focused on building IoT solutions for the companies that didn't have it before. So really, automating their own process, and their own products are IoT prepared. Regardless, if it's industrial automation, if it's a healthcare, smart home, smart city, you name it, I'm almost there, always. So one of the companies I'm working with is called Sewio Networks. They are doing an indoor positioning system with ultra wideband technology, and it's very much beneficial for their production facilities, because in that case, you can exactly follow every step of the process, regardless if you're following forklifts, people, any kind of an equipment, practically any object down to precision of 30 centimeters, which then really can change the paradigm of the industrial production. The same thing applies to warehouses, fleet logistics, let's say. You can work with the sports, even with the agriculture, following livestock.
Keeping our food safe and reducing the impact of antibiotics and fertilizers from agricultural waste is a global issue. It is fascinating to see the partnership between the Norwegian Institute of Bioeconomic Research and Czech Republic.
So together with that, I'm also having projects with the digital peaks in healthcare, and I'm working also on urban farming. So I'm being external expert to the city of Brno for the second term, where we are practically working to make a city as a really smart one. Not just technological sense, but it's also procedural sense. So by the time we hopefully in the next 4 years, when we see what we may achieved, I hope it's gonna be a really smart city to look for. So currently at this stage, as I mentioned, while working with these companies, you could see that. It was a pretty hot couple of years ago. Then it became a little bit stagnant, and now it's really going, up, up, up. So if you look at that, there is a lot of small companies, coming up, coming from the very basic ideas. In one way, it's really good that anyone can think of any solution for a different segment of your life, or being it personal life or a business life. So by saying that, many companies are, coming to big companies are coming to their senses and saying, what we did in the last 20, 30, 40 years of our existence, it's good, it makes a product good, but still, is it really what we want to do for the next 50 years? That's why they are coming to the companies who can actually deliver that kind of automation, improvement of their own products, because they are bringing in the new sales perspective. So if you have an employee that can do a physical thing, and you can improve that by putting automation in, not necessarily losing jobs. And then on the other hand, the products that their consumers are getting, regardless if it's a business or private consumer, it's a totally different thing than it was 20 years ago, for example. Besides that, as I said, small IoT companies are now focusing on that every segment. So it's not about being in industry. It's also, what do you do at your home? What do you do when you're out? Coming with the solutions to monitor every my smart home. And I'm not talking about that kind of approach. Let's see what do I have in my refrigerator. But I'm thinking about my health from the perspective: do I really have proper living conditions? Is the heat in my home good enough for me and my family? Is the humidity maybe too high? I need to work to lower it down. Can I have that kind of a safety that I can actually monitor who is around my home? So that's why, for example, on a project with Digital Peaks, in that case, we are working on the healthcare, and we are starting with the elderly, because they are the ones who are somehow moved away from the technology, and everybody would think it's not so much beneficial, but in fact they are. Their family or their kids or grandkids would really benefit if they could reach them with the new technologies and check if they're healthy, if they're okay, if they're missing something. Not just thinking about themselves, but about their family, which is generation older. Together with that, you want your smart home to work in a sense that it's not intrusive, that you're not afraid that something will go wrong, and the home will explode from all this electronics. So for that reason, there's a really great moves, and I've seen companies like besides Digital Peak, we are looking to work with Fibro, Nice, Gravio, and there are companies Czech Republic like EasyCon. There's usually Brno and Prague are the biggest places that are normally gathering all these companies, but you can actually find it in almost every region. In cities of Ostrava, Plzeň, České Budějovice, up north to Ústí nad Labem, you can really find it. And it's also in the regional, in Slovakia, Austria, Germany, Poland, and going to the whole Europe. So I know, for example, that Suda is very much keen to work with automated, self-driving vehicles, and I've seen a couple of solutions here, just in the neighborhood, where you really can see based on their approach that the car is actually self-driving, not in the sense of Tesla, of course, because nobody can replicate exactly what they are doing, but they're coming with a different approach, and I like it. You're not going to say, okay, there is only one who does everything, so let's just copy that. But let's see what they are not doing, or maybe there's a different way to do it, and they do it. They are not afraid. That's why it's really fun, and exciting time to be in that. It's about the food. We know that now we are 8 billion people in the world, but we produce for 12. Is it smart? No. We are overproducing food, and we don't know how to do with that, because more than 1 billion people are actually starving. So is it a smart approach? Definitely not. So that's why I'm working on urban farming, in a sense that in any city, we don't have to think that food is only grown outside in the farms, but you can do it inside the city with a smarter approach, automated. So that's one of the things I want to achieve, that we can actually bring the food directly to to grow food for yourself and for your neighbors. Exchange, make it to be able for you to reach it without having all those logistic chains coming, getting food from all over the world, but you still have everyone hungry. So why not make it local? That's one of the things which I'm working on. Podcast, and I'm gonna, of course, listen to every one of you. I hope that you have the same approach, that you have even better one, that I can learn from you, and that the other regions of the world, from other continents, that you have something to go for, because I'm looking forward to meet you and talk about it. In any time, you can find me. You can find me on LinkedIn. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your IoT day. Take care. Bye-bye.
And see you online at driverlessworldschool.com.